You ever wish you could go back and relive your best moments? That one wild night in your 20s, the perfect holiday, or maybe just a time when your back didn't hurt every time you stood up? Well, bad news. Memory doesn't work like a video recorder. It's more like a sketch artist who's 3 drinks in and a pathological liar. Every time you recall something, your brain reconstructs it, tweaking the details, blurring the edges, maybe even inserting a plot twist. But what if we could change that? What if memory replay wasn't just some half-baked mental scrapbook, but a full sensory experience? Scientists, tech companies, and people with too much money are working on it. They want to take your mushy, unreliable recall and turn it into something immersive, maybe even interactive. Sounds promising, right? Or maybe a bit like willingly giving Elon Musk a backdoor into your brain. Neuroscientists are already experimenting with brain implants that stimulate memory formation and retrieval. DARPA's been funding research into restoring lost memories, mostly for soldiers with brain injuries, but let's be honest, once they crack it, it won't stop there. You think they're going to develop the ability to perfectly relive the past and not sell it to the highest bidder? Give it 10 years and we'll have subscription-based nostalgia, where you have to watch an ad before you can revisit your childhood dog. Of course, there's always the DIY approach. People have been hacking their memories for centuries. Music is a big one. Ever put on an old song and suddenly you're 17 again, making life choices you'll regret by morning? Smell is even more powerful. One whiff of an ex's perfume and boom, instant heartbreak. No subscription fee required. Then there's visualization. Guided memory techniques, hypnosis, lucid dreaming. If you're willing to put in the effort, you can recreate moments from the past with surprising clarity. Some people even use the memory palace technique, mentally storing their memories in imaginary rooms and walking through them like a haunted museum of their own bad decisions. But if all that sounds too slow, there's always the nuclear option: psychedelics. Substances like psilocybin, LSD, and MDMA have been shown to bring back old memories with stunning detail. Of course, that's assuming you don't end up in a conversation with a tree or questioning whether time is even real. The research is promising, but there's always the risk of unlocking something you'd rather leave buried. Technology might take things even further. AI and VR are already being used to reconstruct events from photos and videos. Imagine slipping on a headset and stepping back into a moment exactly as it happened. Or at least, exactly as it was recorded. Which brings up a fun little existential crisis. You really want to see the past exactly as it was? Or do you prefer the heavily edited, nostalgia-tinged version you've been carrying around in your head? And then, there are the ethical nightmares. If full memory replay ever becomes a reality, who controls it? If your brain is just a data set, who owns the rights? What happens when people start editing their pasts like an Instagram filter? And most importantly, if you could relive your happiest moments at will, would you ever actually move forward? The idea of memory as time travel is intoxicating, but maybe there's a reason we can't just hit play on the past. Maybe forgetting is part of what keeps us sane. Or maybe we just haven't figured out the right settings yet. Either way, the future is coming, and with it, the ability to experience the past like never before. Whether that's a gift or a curse, well, that's a memory you'll have to live through to find out. Cheers!